it's been a long time. Hi everybody, I am definitely gonna have to take these glasses off because the anime manga vibe is strong again. It's really good to see y'all. I have tried to record like 14 different videos. All of them I have just been like, oh, I don't know. It just felt like a lot. Needless to say, all of them felt too long-winded. So instead, I'm just gonna record a video where we are only gonna talk about the things that I am currently working on. There's no crochet right now, but I've got plenty of knitting for you. I put my glasses on, I put my chonga earrings in. I even put on press-on nails for y'all, which in retrospect proved to be a poor choice because when I was setting up my lights, girl, I wish y'all could have seen me. It was a mess. So this is in no particular order. These are just the things that I am currently working on and loving that are bringing me a lot of joy in a very stress and anxiety filled time in my life. And maybe we'll do like a catch up with me video later on all of that. But today is just strictly for the knitting, okay? Let's get started. True to form, every single one of these projects, I think I'm mid-row, like down to the last one. I don't know why I'm like this. First up, I'm knitting on the Darling Cardigan by Veronika Lindberg. If this is your first time here, I love me some Veronika Lindberg. I love her patterns, I love her channel, I love her Instagram, I love her style inspo. Just it's a true blue love affair. This is my true blue love affair Darling Cardigan. It is a really standard, super fluffy.
One eternity later.
It is a really standard drop shoulder cardigan. You can kind of see here where I've picked up for the shoulders. They are so disrespectful. As you can see, I've gotten through the yoke and we have split our sleeves already and we are just kind of chugging along. We are in what I like to affectionately call the boring part. Where I just have to knit back and forth for approximately 47 years so that we can get to this cardigan being all the way completed on our body. I am going to make it a little cropped because I wear my jeans very high-waisted, so for me that means less knitting. Love that for me. So I will be doing that. This is knit in, you guessed it, Drops Air. This is the aesthetic yarn that you were dreaming of, right? I'm knitting this in Drops Air, which was actually one of the recommended yarns for this pattern. I would have knit it in Drops yarn anyway because I am obsessed. It's unhealthy at this point. Drops yarn has like a blown focus, homie. It has like a blown structure to the yarn. It's really, really beautiful. There's a cotton core and then there's alpaca and nylon blown through that to give it like some structure, and it is super lightweight. Really excited about this. Something about this color is giving me very like a Princess Diaries type of vibes.
Shut up!
I don't know why. Just go with me. So I think I'm gonna do some like really big like blinged out type of buttons. Just kind of lean into that very kind of prissy feminine vibe, which is kind of antithetical to my normal style, but we've been exploring with what we like to wear and how we wear it, and also rules. You can wear whatever the hell you want to wear, and that's the type of time I'm on in my life right now. The next project, which is also in Drops Air, is super simple and easy to talk about, so we're going to talk about this guy real quick. I'm just working on a really super simple headband. I recently finished with this exact Drops Air yarn. I finished my sweater number, girl, I don't know. Sweater number something is here. Can we just have a quick conversation about why do they keep doing that? Like, how am I supposed to remember when you released your patterns sequentially, ma'am? Name them a name that can give me a mnemonic device, okay? If you're a future designer, please don't do this. I don't like it. So I had some yarn left over and I decided that my children need their ears covered this winter and they have decided that they no longer wear hats. I don't know, just all together they had a meeting without me and said, we are no longer a hat wearing family, just want to notify you. So I'm currently in the midst of knitting my 3 little girls. I got 4 kids and the last 3 are all girls. So I'm knitting all my little girls headbands for over their ears. Y'all know the kind that go over your ears and then do the little twisty thing on the top. They're all into that. And Veronika's hair is like a really dark brown. So we're giving her this like tan color because everything else that she wears can be vibrant. She's a vibrant little girl and she got vibrant little tastes. Her favorite color, if you ask her, is cheetah print. Good luck to me when she get to high school. So this one is for Veronika because her head is the smallest, but her attitude is the biggest. I literally will probably be done with this by the time I see her this evening. I am knitting on it right now and it is super simple. I know there's a bunch of patterns out there for this, but like you really don't need one. This is literally just a tube. I think I cast on like 36 stitches or something like that. I'll put the actual recipe for it in the description of this video. And then all you want to do when you're done is you're going to create like a little sandwich, and then you're going to create the opposite sandwich on this side like this, and do this and sew it up. If y'all want a tutorial on that when I do it, leave me a comment down below and I will do like a little tutorial on Instagram or TikTok or something for y'all, just so that you can see it. It is super, super simple. I used to knit these all the time for gifts. They're so fast. And in bulky weight yarn like drops air, girl, be over in 30 seconds. So if you need a good, like fast gift knit, this is the one. 2 down, let's go. Next one. This one is actually kind of sad for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, because played yarn chicken and I lost pretty severely. So I finally, I'm so caught up. There is yarn everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna deal with that later. Anyways, if you guys watched my video from the very start of the year, I mentioned that I had started this Helia sweater, which I love. If you would notice, and please hold your applause for the end. Now has one full sleeve, okay? Yes, she is cabled. Yes, she is long because I wanted her that way. And she is so freaking soft. Oh my God, I cannot wait to finish this. As you can tell by this other sleeve. We were very close. We were so close. So close to being done. So freaking close. I just need everyone to acknowledge the amount that I lost by for yarn chicken. Why did this is like a whole nother ball's worth of yarn. Speaking of the yarn, I'm knitting this out of La Monacomo and Farmer's Daughter Odang base. La Monacomo is a super light, extra fine merino in a DK weight. And then Farmer's Daughter Fibers Odang is their lace weight Surrey base. I would say it's in somewhere nebulous between a lace weight and a fingering weight. It's not truly a lace weight, so just keep that in mind. Went back and measured my gauge against my gauge swatch. It was a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and I think that's why I ended up using more yarn than I thought that I was going to be using, and so I ran out. So a lot of cables, understandable. A lot of times, even though you swatch, this is like a good pro tip time. If you are going to be knitting something with cables, don't be like me. You want to have an extra ball of yarn at your disposal. Even when you swatch, a lot of times your gauge can still fluctuate for cabling, especially if you have a lot of different kinds of cables happening. It's really hard for an all over cabled sweater to swatch for every single cable you're going to be using and therefore account for all the yarn that you're going to be using. And designers try their hardest to give you an accurate account of those numbers, but 'tis what it is, girl. Sometimes you're gonna run out. Luckily, Mother Knitter still had yarn in stock. And so I went to motherknitter.com and purchased more of the La Monacomo in the same colorway. And so that's shipping to me. And so hopefully I will have that by like next week. Did I buy other things while I was there? Maybe, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. I don't know why I became like posh all of a sudden. Did I say the name of this sweater? Girl! So this is the Helia sweater by Joanna Ong. She is a beautiful designer. I think she has a really cool eye for cable work. I love that she loves a statement sleeve. I just think her fit is kind of cool and modern and functional. I don't know. I would just give her a perusal. I think her patterns are really lovely. I'm sweating. Blah. That's what I get for trying to wear knitwear in this video. All right, so the next one that I have to show you is the Luna Tee. She's on the tiniest circulars that I had because I just like couldn't. She looks like a baby sweater. I love this top. It's so cute. I wanted something that was cute, mock neck, with like a longer sleeve, and the Luna tee by Charissa Lam completely fit the tee. She's also a great classic staples designer. I love her stuff. She has like a couple of vests that I really want to cast on too. And here was the issue and why I landed on this pattern. I had this really cool yarn. This is from Olan Handmade. Olan, I think they pronounce it Olan. I don't believe that they mill anymore. At one point, Olan was both a mill and a hand dyer. I think they've done away completely with the mill and they are only hand dyeing now. And so I had 4 balls of this colorway, but 2 of them were from a separate dye lot. So I just went, I need something that I can use up at least 2 skeins, and then I'll just put aside those other 2 skeins for a different project. Colorwork yoke, something. This is the perfect project for me, for my size. 2 skeins fits the bill. So it's a really cool raglan. It is the first time I'm doing a raglan where the short rows are actually happening after you complete the yoke, which I think is totally cool and I love. It was my first time doing Japanese short rows too. I'm not sure I'm a fan. I don't know. I really struggled to like get them to look super clean. So if you have tips on how to make a Japanese short row look cuter, please leave them below because I struggled. I'm normally a German short row girly, but I thought it was really cool that the short rows were happening after the yoke. Probably something that I'll probably implement into other patterns because I love a colorwork yoke, but I really hate when you have like that wedge of no colorwork happening right here in the back of your neck when you should have already started. I hate that. We're going to continue that on to future projects for sure. But this, I mean, there's not really much else to say about this guy except that I love her and I'm really excited to wear her. And I did buy more yarn also to knit a second one because although I love this pink and I think I'm gonna look super cute in it, I also think that this is one of those ones that you need like a staple color in. So I did purchase some Boucher Bouche. I know, Bouger. I can't remember what the base is called. I'll put it on the screen. To knit just a solid cream one of these because I think that this is a super cute layering piece and would be really cute under a bunch of cardigans. This under a vest, like you could really like knits on knits on knits, layer it up, baby. Okay, so the next one, a bunch of y'all have been asking me so many questions about. I feel like the further that we go in these videos, the more my country accent is coming out, but I kind of love that for us. How are we feeling about that? Are we feeling the Pensacola in the air? So this one, y'all have asked me about a million questions about it on Instagram, so I feel it's gonna get its own reel, its own TikTok, its own thing because so many of y'all are obsessed with it, which I love because I too am obsessed with this. It is this beautiful boucle base. It's a DK boucle base. A little more blue than it is. It's a, ooh, 1 second. Let's try this again. I'm gonna try to correct it in post, but it's a little more green than it's showing up on camera, but it is this super squishy boucle base. And I just love it. It is really soft, really bouncy. If somebody has told you the rumor that knitting with boucle is not for the faint of heart, no lies were told. It is rough. But for me, this one is totally worth it. I think what's helpful is that I'm knitting it at a large gauge. This is 7s. Oh, I was looking for these needles and it was already on a project. That's why I couldn't cast on something else. I am working on the Home Pullover by Caidree or Sabine. I don't know what her last name is. Sabine, I love your designs. I wish I knew your name. And this one is originally designed, I think it's in Surrey held double or something lace weight held double. And I just felt like it would be so cute in a boucle. And then I went to the finished projects page and there was like 47 of them in just a boucle. So I was like, bet. Let's go. I have been hoarding this yarn. I had to wait like, I think it was like a 10 to 12 week pre-order for this yarn and it was so worth it. This is Explore Nate's colorway To the Stars Who Listen. Shout out to you, Resand and Feyre. I love that book. It's the ultimate guilty pleasure for me. And this color just encapsulates it so much for me. So I'm very excited to wear this. I think it's going to be so freaking cute. It is a V-neck. So I will go back and pick up for the neckline. So if you can see right now, the neckline is pretty low on your girl right now. So we'll see after I pick up if I end up doing a few more rows than what she has actually written for in the pattern, or if I end up kind of changing up the neckline in any way, shape, or form. If I do, I'll let y'all know. But I mostly just really wanted this to be like cozy comfort sweater. That's kind of where I'm at right now with my knitting. I really wanted to get back to this place where I just loved what I was working on, and what I was working on didn't feel like work. Kind of everything has felt like work lately when it comes to my creativity, and I'm just trying to get that back. So hard. That's kind of the theme of everything that I've been working on lately. All of these projects I am going to get done super fast, not only because I am unemployed, my own choice. By my own choice. Don't tell me I'm so sorry for you in the comments. Don't. I chose this. I have so much more knitting time, and I have so many like techniques and stuff I want to share with you guys. So I'm kind of using my projects to spur those along, which is kind of nice. Speaking of techniques, I am using helical knitting to work on this project. If you've never heard of helical knitting, it's kind of a way to get a jogless join. It's also an easy way to knit jogless stripes, and it is also my favorite way to alternate skeins when I am knitting on something that I'm using hand-dyed yarn with. Shout out to the Explorer Knits team, because I thought that this yarn, I bought so many skeins of it. I'm sure they hated me because blue clay is so heavy to dye. I have enough for a whole nother sweater. Okay, let's be clear. They did an excellent job dyeing these and making them look so incredibly cohesive across. Like, they just all look so consistent. But I don't like to take chances, so I do alternate skeins. Even if hand-dyed skeins look super consistent, I always alternate. And helical knitting is basically the only way that I'll do it, because I get so freaking aggravated when I get that jog when you're like twisting stitches up. I hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Hopefully by this point I'll have already put a tutorial out about helical knitting on my Instagram page, and if so, I'll link that for you too. If not, it is coming, and if you want it, let me know in the comments too. If I haven't done it yet, give me just a little gentle shove in the comments, okay? Last one. This one is the one that has been taking up so much of my time, and you guys will see why. It is bringing me so much happiness. I recently bought a sweater quantity of the new Drops Daisy yarn. I wish I would have brought a full ball of it up here, because now I just have this spaghetti offering to show you. This is Drops' new non-superwash DK weight yarn. It's very comparable, I would say, to Santa's Double Sunday. I would say Double Sunday has more tooth to it. Double Sunday is known for being super soft and super smooth, and I would say that the Drops Daisy is even smoother, very round, very bouncy profile. Does not feel like non-superwash at all. If you are a person who really loves like a very woolly knit, you want to feel that tooth, you want to feel that grip as you're knitting, you are probably not going to prefer Drops Daisy. If you are somebody who says, I can never knit with non-superwash, it does not suit my skin because it is too itchy, too scratchy, this is probably a great fit for you. If I touched this yarn and somebody told me it had cashmere or yak or any of those other super soft fibers in it, even if you told me it had alpaca in it, I would absolutely believe you. The softness of this yarn is incredible. The softness of the fabric is incredible. I'm kind of obsessed, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody who lately superwash has been giving me a little, this is no shade to anybody who uses superwash, but superwash lately has been giving me like a little like sensory discomfort. It's starting to feel squeaky to me for some reason. I don't know if it's because I'm switching up the needles that I'm using as of late or what it is. Sometimes I'm totally fine, and then other times I'm like, ah! I don't know what it is. I'm trying to get over it because I got too much superwash yarn in my stash to not use it up. I'm very happy to have found this. I feel like this is probably going to be a pretty good fit for me and my making. So this guy is another raglan. This is the Louvre. The Louvre. How pretentious can I be? This is the Louvre raglan by Petite Knits. I am a lover of Petite knit patterns. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do I wish that for as popular as her patterns are, she would increase her sizing range? Yes. Do I wish that that was a standard across? That's a conversation for a different day, and we will have it because I'm getting really annoyed lately with all these new patterns coming out with very, very non-inclusive sizing. But this guy, is just a really, really simple, very deep raglan, which I really like. Sometimes when the raglans are too shallow, I'm not a super fan. I need more armhole depth. Almost want it to feel kind of like bat wing like. And that's definitely what Louvre gives. This is like a mock neck, turtleneck situation. This yarn super soft, doesn't bother me, but you could definitely modify this to just be a round neck if you wanted to. I just think that this is a great, great staple raglan pattern. It's super comfy and oversized, and I don't know, it just feels like a great layering piece to me. I want to throw like big puffer vests over this, big puffer jackets, leather jackets, trench coats, like all of it. And then double down with the cream color. Like there's no way that I can't wear this with everything, which is really what I wanted to do. I really wanted to be able to pair like this cream color with all of my rainbow colored pants that I have. Get a little more use out of them, especially in the winter time when it becomes a little more apparent that you dress vibrantly. The winter time is like I'm wearing like a bright beacon on my forehead. It's like, I like color. I am very excited. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I am recording this on a Wednesday, and I cast this on Sunday night. It's fast, baby. It's fast.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
We're about to be on the ribbing. I think I have an inch more to go, and then we're gonna be on the ribbing for the body. And I'm put these suckers on sleeves 2 at a time. She about to be done. She gonna be done this weekend. I'm gonna have finished object pictures next weekend. Bet on it. Okay, so those are the ones I'm actively working on right now. And then honorable mention to the project that I'm literally going to cast on tonight. It is my reward for finishing the ribbing of the Louvre sweater. I am casting on the Semper Slipover by Knit Pro Girl. I'm super excited to cast this on. I really want a vest, super, super hard. And all the vests that I had that are kind of like lingering in my whips pile all require a lot of thinking. And I am in a no thinking kind of vibe. I don't, if you can tell, like I'm trying to get that Helia sweater off of my needles, but once that's gone, like I am very much in a give me stockinette, give me ribbing, give me brioche, give me something I don't gotta think about, because I need less stress inside of here. Semper Slipover is gonna come in clutch. I cannot decide whether I want to do the high necked one, the round neck, or the V-neck, but that will be a decision for later on this evening. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards the V-neck. I'll probably put a poll up in my stories because I won't be able to decide if I'm being honest. I'm gonna knit this one out of some yarn that I have lingering in my stash for forever. It's been here so long. I literally bought this yarn for one of my very, very first projects that I knit for my godson. I knit him a teeny tiny baby sweater when he was just born. I knit him a 3-month-old sweater. And at the time I didn't know how much yarn I was supposed to buy for literally anything. So I bought so much of this Madeline Tosh DK yarn. And it's just been lingering in my stash ever since because I bought it with no purpose except to knit that sweater, and proceeded to have like 3 skeins of it just lingering for the rest of eternity. So we're gonna cast on this Semper Slipover. We're gonna get it out of my stash before 2024. If you're hearing and you couldn't tell by this lovely cute country accent, I do celebrate American Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking that that might be part of my Thanksgiving Day outfit. And so it's gonna be in this very cute caramelly type of colorway. I'm kind of excited about that and excited about the styling options for that. So maybe I'll do like a, now I'm thinking out loud. I'm very excited to cast that on as well tonight. And that's it. That's all the things that I'm working on. I'm gonna come back next week and show y'all all of the things that I have recently finished. There's quite a few of them, so we're gonna have like a FO parade, okay? If you want me to throw beads at the screen, very Gulf Coast style, I will, baby. And we can have ourselves a little parade here of all my finished projects. I've got like a couple of other videos that I'd love to put out for you guys. I'm thinking maybe like what I'm gonna knit this winter. Let me know if you want to see that. And also, I have a wrap up from going to Frederick Fiber Fest that I'd love to show you guys too, so you guys can kind of come along and experience that little vlog with me. I think that's it. And listen, just as a reminder, your making is art. Don't let nobody tell you different. And if they try to, you can send them to me, boo. I'll take care of that for you. Bye.